building up and darkening your skies. I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do right now. Staying on the shore, I'm keeping myself on the ground. Can I get a rain shade on your stormy disposition? 'Cause I've been
Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Edward Shin. This is the Crocum Outdoors channel.
I can see the lightning.
So today what I want to do is get you guys up to date on a couple of new mods on the truck so far, and just kind of talk about that because the past couple of weeks I wasn't able to really go out and do any camping because of course I was busy trying to get these mods in, as well as Katie's birthday was a few weekends ago, so we went out and celebrated for that. But getting back on track with the build, got a lot of things done on there. I'd like to just, like I say, explain some of the things I did, mainly specifically the racks for the bed and as well as the top of the cab. As a disclosure up front, I would like to mention that Frontrunner Outfitters and Leitner Designs are supporters of the build. I am not paid monetarily by either company, but they did donate their gear for testing and review for the Ram Rebel build. Both companies are mods I've been interested in adding to the truck prior to their offer for partnership, so keep that in mind. I would never want to install garbage on my rig. Also, this is not a how-to video, but more of me sharing my experiences. And with that out of the way, let's talk about what I've done. On the front of the truck above the cab, we have the Frontrunner Outfitters Slimline rack. For the Rebel, they have two versions, the Slimline and the Low Profile Slimline. I cannot get the Low Profile rack because I have the panoramic roof, which required a few inches of clearance above the rack when opening. The reason I was interested in mounting the Frontrunner rack before they even reached out to me is because they have a ton of accessories to go along with their rack, which allows for a modular customization of your build according to your needs. The foot mount, which is screwed into the cab, is made from high strength steel, while the rack is made from black epoxy powder coated T6 aluminum. As mentioned before, it can be customized according to your wants and needs, and for me it was to mount a light bar, shovel, and an axe. I may mount other things on the rack in the future, but for the time being, that is all, mainly because I would like to still keep the views above the panoramic sunroof visible. Installing all of the cross beams are not necessary. For drilling, they suggest using a 6mm drill bit for the pilot hole, and then a 12mm drill bit to accommodate the jack nut. I personally found it easier to use a cobalt drill bit in both sizes, along with the high-speed steel step drill to help bore out the holes. I also used easy foam cutting fluid to ensure that the drill bit would not wear down as easily due to high temps. I also made an effort to keep drilling at low speed, between 300 to 500 revolutions per minute. I then applied silicone per the instructions in the manual, but not all silicone are created equal, so I used GE's Advanced Silicone, which seemed to be one of the best for this type of application. The accessories to mount the light bar, shovel mount, and axe mount were fairly easy to install using ratchet wrenches and Allen keys. For the bed rack, I previously thought about installing a bed canopy, but all of the ones I were looking at had lead times of 3 to 12 months due to supply and manpower shortages. The Leitner rack was available immediately. If you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I had a Leitner rack on my Toyota Tundra and I absolutely loved it. I like modular designs, and this rack allows for customization as well according to your needs. On the Tundra, I had the ACS Classic rack, but on the Rebel, I installed the ACS Forged rack, which is their next generation version of the bed rack. It only weighs 85 pounds without the gear pods and made of dual stage powdered high grade aluminum alloy. It is also capable of holding more weight at 400 pounds off-road dynamic weight, which means while the vehicle is moving, 800 pounds on-road dynamic weight, and 1,400 pounds when the vehicle is parked. I do also have the deck drawer system and it is compatible with that as well. I installed the gear pods on each side as well as mounting plates, along with a bracket to hold my chase and bed lights. It will also be used to hold a 270 awning in the near future. The instructions were very straightforward and easy to follow, but this also required some drilling on the sides of the bed, 2 total, and installation of rivet nuts. I also ran some wiring along the rack and underneath the truck, but that is for a separate video which I release in a few weeks. I also installed risers on the rack so that it would sit flush with the Frontrunner cab rack. This is to ensure the rooftop tent would not have any issues sitting on the bed and the cab combined. When I posted this on Instagram, some people asked if this felt sturdy, and with the rooftop tent mounted on it and driving in the highway and side streets with bumps, it felt fine. But I will periodically inspect them just to be safe. So next, what I got planned is to put a rooftop tent. You guys can guess what it is. Of course, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know what it is. I mean, I'm excited to put that on there because the rooftop tent I'm gonna put on the rack is gonna be for solo trips. So I'm gonna get a smaller one than what I had before. And yeah, for family trips, I got another setup coming as soon as it's done being built. So stay tuned for that. Also, I do have some lighting updates I'm going to do, incorporate the trigger controller and add a few more lights around the back area for camping and scenery and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. That's about it. With that said, be safe, take care, and I'll see you next time.